right, Shalom. Back out here again on these highways and hedges of Dallas, Texas. Another opportunity to give another opportunity, Salaki, to give this call an election sure. Make our bodies a living sacrifice. It's your brother Kalaba. Go by hope, grace, and mercy. Before we go any further, we're going to face the east and give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakradah. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well, teaching this truth in its entirety. All right? And like we always do at this time before we get started, we're going to bring out a couple of articles, you know, things that's going on all throughout the four corners of the earth and all here in Babylon the Great. All right, and I'm gonna just get started. I'm gonna grab some articles from the brother Warumya page. You know, that brother is on fire in the spirit, doing lessons and on social media. All right, about how the calm before the storm, and he say that it's this Edomite, so-called Edomite lookalike. Say he was in grocery stores. You know what I'm saying, and the shelves are still full. You know, but he said he was like, it's a feeling, it's an eerie feeling of going around, like, you know, something about to go down. And I myself was in the grocery store, Friday evening, you know, just picking up a few items. I ain't finna my savings or bank account just to get some food and stuff, you know. I would just grab a couple of little things, you know what I'm saying, some non-perishable items. And you can see, I saw Eve in there. And she was walking around with one of those hand buggies, and she was just quiet, like head down. You know, it could have been some other reason, but you could just tell, man, in these grocery stores that people ain't wilding out like they used to, especially for Bonquisha. They ain't getting them food. You got a lot of people that was on the verge of thinking like, no, the government got to do that. The government got to get them people their food stamp. Okay, well, we gonna see. One of us gotta be wrong, gonna be right. And here we is, what it is, November the 2nd, they ain't got their stamps. And then another video I saw on the brother page, Warumya, this Edomite chick was saying, since they passed and got the big beautiful bill signed passed, like they don't have to do, they ain't gotta abide by the rules that, you know what I'm saying, that you think they do. You know, this devil is about to show his horns. Y'all Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has had the prophets out here all this time giving y'all warning. You know? Start with Great Millstone on down to the like-minded brothers. You know? And these are the times that we've been telling y'all about. We ain't been out here telling y'all about who the Cowboys play today. We've been out here giving y'all warning from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right? Some of the articles I've been looking at from headlines also, it says Harvard Medical School has been rocked by intentional explosion. Two spotted fleeing the scene. But you guess what? You ain't really heard nothing about that yet. Much stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? It's impossible to keep up with everything. And that could be another distraction, false flag. It's another one, end time headlines, unknown object crashes near Area 51, fuse cuttings. You don't know what to believe no more, man. This federal judge orders Trump administration to restore SNAP funding shutdown. Hey, the government still shut down. It says that the judge ordered Trump to fund this food stamp benefit. He ain't did it yet. Hey, we living in the beautiful times. It says Pennsylvania man accused of stealing cart full of groceries full of full of groceries from Chambers, Virginia. I guess that's the grocery store, whatever they at. Another one, Eve. It has begun. 2 women arrested, accused of attacking employees, meats from market baskets. Hey, man. Planned Halloween weekend terror attack started in Michigan. Another Eve. Woman out of shows off stolen goods, urging others steal at will and infiltrate churches for cash. The calm before the storm. But it's, you know, it is what it is. President Trump ordered immediate nuke tests. Why? Because he know that, you know what I'm saying, all these other nations, they got nukes as well. Guess what? They got even better nukes. Trump, Babylon the Great, don't have enough time to catch up with what all these other countries got, you know? But why is there so much talk about nuclear weapons? You know, wars, rumors of war. Order National Guards to establish quick reaction forces, potential civil unrest and riots, because they trying to get this going. They trying to cause riots and unrest, because, you know, order out of chaos. Just wait till you just wait till you can go to them grocery stores like you want to. And we not talking about people with food stamps. We talking about everybody. Where your money ain't gonna be no more good, because they finna crash Babylon the Great and its dollar. What, the dollar I think worth? Quote me if I'm wrong. The dollar probably only worth 29 cents on a dollar, not even a full dollar. Putin carries out underwater weapon tests that can produce radioactive tsunamis. See, Babylon the Great ain't got nothing like that, man. Hurricane Melissa leaves trail of destruction in the major tourist airports destroyed and towns submerged. Hey, what you think is gonna get better? You think the good is coming from this? Furious SNAP recipients threatens to if food stamps are cut on November the 1st. Hey, it's November the 2nd. What y'all gonna do? Is y'all about what y'all been talking about? You know, because Trump's showing y'all he about what he talking about, and ultimately, Yahweh Shai is the one that's stirring up all this. Yahweh Shai is gonna show you better than he can tell you. A time is coming when you're gonna wish that you serve Yahweh Shai in true faith and sincerity. All right. Let me get started. First precept I'm gonna grab is coming from, let's grab this, Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So we hearing about the wars and the rumors of wars. Some of the things that we seeing in the news are propaganda. You know, all of a sudden, the focus is shift on what's going over Somalia or whatever that country, third world country is. They've been slaughtered. Say 2,000 of them have been slaughtered in 48 hours. If that's true, hey, y'all signed off on that. You know, you got fish to fry here in Babylon the Great. Why you always worry about another country? But they know that's how they get these Babylonians on something else. They can't pay attention for too long. All right. Still in Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famine and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. And we seeing all these things happening right now. You know, the SNAP benefits not being reinstated. That's a form of a famine right there on the start. Because Bonquisha, who waiting on them stamps, you know what I'm saying? Who ain't trusting Yahweh Shai, guess what? This is the beginning of it. You know, they don't have all the things that they used to have. All right, reading up through 24 and verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. You ain't seen nothing yet. The scriptures say that these are the beginning of sorrows. So what's coming next? You know, the real famine of the word, famine of food and water. You know, government lockdown. You know what I'm saying? Babylon the Great. You know what I'm saying? On lockdown. FEMA death camps. Martial law troops all in the streets. ICE agents. That's another one. ICE agents snatching up people regardless if you here legally or illegally. They snatching you up anyway. All right. Let's get this in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 8. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Why? Why need Yahweh Shai to let us know the times that we living in? Why? Because he already showed us through the scriptures the things to look for, the signs to be on the lookout for, what the things that you gonna see to let you know what time we living in. It's clear as day. Reading on verse 2. For yourself know perfectly that the day of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, so cometh as a thief, and the day of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is a time period that is literally snuck up on these people, man. The water Yahweh Shem Yahushai for this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, because we know what times we living in. We ain't trying to put a date on when it's gonna happen, but we secure in knowing that the times that we living in. All right, so that's why we seeking our power 10 times more, because we don't want to be caught out there, man. We don't want to be, we want a hedge of protection over us and our house, man. You know, we don't want to be caught out there naked. Still calling on the name God and Jesus. Why? You know what I'm saying? Judgment is on your head. This is Amos chapter 3 and verse 7. Surely the Lord, thy power, Yahweh, will do nothing, but he revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. Yeah, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he gave us all the clues. He left us the blueprint, the cheat code. You know what I'm saying? The game plan on that we need to be following. You know, he for those that he truly trusts and believe, he ain't left us out here naked. He truly gave us the blueprint. It's up to you, but it's up to you. You know what I'm saying? To seek your power while you got an opportunity. All right? All right, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. I don't know. It ain't showing up. I'm live on YouTube. Oh well, we're gonna keep it going. Say I'm live. Right, 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Yeah, he can't pull one on over us no more. As long as we was praying Jesus, yeah, we fall for anything, you know. But now that Yahweh Shem Yahushai has breathed that life back into our dead bodies, we understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We ain't falling for this devil's trap. We ain't here trying to be Americans that we can be no more. All right? We know that this place is. We ain't quit our job and canceled our credit cards or nothing yet, but we still ain't holding on to this place. You know, we want to exit this place. We ain't trying to remain here. Scripture said that this place is our rest, man. Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 5. Thus said the Lord Yahweh thy power, and evil and only evil, behold, is come. An end is come. The end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come. The scripture said that evil is come. And the times of evil. If you think them cutting off food stamps and shooting you down in the streets is one thing, man. Imagine everybody catching hell at the same time. You know, this devil coming down with great wrath with everything he got. No, you can't eat. Ain't no 911 to call. You got ICE agents in the street. You know, they're gonna be rounding people up to take that you know what, because it's going digital, baby. You know, you ain't gonna be able to buy or sell unless you get that you know what. Just imagine what happened. See all these people in these nice cars riding by. They're going to church, going to get breakfast, going out to eat. Some going out of town. Some getting ready for work. But the Lord said the evil is coming. Again, it says, thus said the Lord Yahweh thy power, and evil, and only evil, behold, is coming. And evil is coming. The end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, we in that time right now. You know, gradually it's gonna get worse and worse and worse and worse. You know, I was having my fingers crossed praying, you know, that they didn't issue out no food stamps. You know what I'm saying? I pray that the government continue to be shut down. You know, one video that the brother Wawamia had posted, it stated how since they got that big, beautiful bill passed, you know, they don't have no intent on opening the government as long as Trump is in office. So just imagine how crazy it's about to get, man. You watch. You just continue to watch. You know what I'm saying? That evil time that Yahweh Shem Yahushai spoke about now. We in that time right now. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 27, and verse 5. For in the time of trouble, he shall hide me in his pavilion. In his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock. So that's for the elect. The elect are the only people that's guaranteed protection and salvation in the times of Jacob's trouble, in the times that we headed into. Lord willing, I'm a part of that number. Okay? Because the times we coming in, if you ain't got Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you is through. You know, if Yahweh Shem Yahushai don't extend their heads of protection to you, you done. You done. All right? Next precept, 2nd Esdras, chapter 16 and verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation, and anguish are sent as scourges for an amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the... See, all this stuff happening, these people still ain't trying to get right. Some of these people can't get right because Yahweh Shem Yahushai chose them to be a 2/3 in this movement. No matter what happens, they still fall back on their... No matter what happens, they still rely on their daddy, the government. You know? No matter what happens, they still believe that they're going to always be able to depend on Babylon the Great to do the good things for them. Man, Babylon the Great ain't did nothing but set y'all up, man. So why do y'all about Shem Yahushai? For this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and to be able to believe, trust, and believe on our power in the times we living in. This next precept is coming from the book of Isaiah, chapter 32, and verse 9. And he reads, Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters, unto my speech. The Lord is telling you, you sisters, you know, hey man, you better shake out of it. You better snap out of it. You know, and he ain't talking about the snap benefits. Y'all about some y'all, you women, hey, I'm trying to get your attention. But a time coming where I'm going to have all y'all attention. You know, it says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters, unto my speech. You know, what's the Krishan that has a child by the so-called rapper Blueface. Look at that's how I picture 2/3 Eves, man. That's how they living right now, man. They careless. Don't have a care in this world. You can't tell them nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't nothing to them. All right, reading on. Still in the book of Isaiah, chapter 32. It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Food stamps ain't gonna come, the SSI checks ain't gonna come, the Social Security checks ain't gonna come, the retirement checks ain't gonna come, the food stamps ain't already got shut off. You know, you got in the military, people that work for the government that's not getting paid right now. I personally know brothers who are that work for the government that ain't getting paid. I got a friend who has a son that's in the military that's not. Hey, we gonna see. We gonna see who gonna believe on Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, food stamps ain't coming. That even if they would have gave them food stamps, a lot still not getting paid from work. You know, haven't received a check in almost 30 days. How y'all doing? I ain't received a check in 30 days. So just imagine what's going on with the mortgages, car note, apartment and housing rents. You know what I'm saying? Bills not gonna be getting paid. We living in some beautiful times. The water Yahweh Shem Yahweh for this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Next, let's get Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17. And it reads, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hither at my mouth and give them warning from me. So we ain't out here for our own vainglory. We not out here because we just want to come out here and read scriptures. You know, we giving y'all warning from Yahweh Shem Yahweh, whether you can believe that and accept it or not. You know what I'm saying? This is not our doing. Yahweh Shem Yahweh put the spirit on us to come out here, you know, and preach and teach the gospel, to give warning, to shake our hands at Babylon the Great, to tell them, you know what I'm saying, they gonna pay for all things that, you know, they did. But 2/3 of our people gonna die here with him. Esau, Edom, and all the rest of you heathens. All right, reading on. Next up, in the book of Psalms, chapter 27 and verse 6. And now shall mine head be lifted up above my knees, round about me. Therefore will I offer in his tabernacle sacrifices of joy. I will sing, yea, I will sing praise unto the Lord. Yeah, because in the times of Jacob's trouble, the elect, those who trusted and believed on Yahweh Shem Yahweh, when they didn't have to, when it wasn't so cool to do it, when everybody was out here scoffing and mocking, they looked like Power Rangers. You know, in that time, hell is breaking loose. And it's showing and proving that Yahweh Shem Yahweh is dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? Then we're going to be able to look down on our enemies at that time and be like, what they say, nanny, boo-boo. Yeah, we in those times. And the Lord, if I'm a part of that, Lord willing, I'm a part of that elect number. You know, I'm going to feel the same way. You know, lifting your head up, because right now these devils still got their foots on our neck, you know, but that time finna change. The roles is about to be reversed, you know. Again, Psalm chapter 27 and verse 6. And now shall mine enemies, okay, it says, Psalm chapter 27 and verse 6. And now shall my head be lifted up above mine enemies, round about me. Therefore will I offer in his tabernacle sacrifices of joy. I will sing, I will sing praises unto the Lord. Yeah, man, Lord willing, I'm a part of that number, man. When Yahweh Shem Yahweh show you that he dealing with you, you know what I'm saying? You a part of that elect number, man. I don't feel like it's gonna be too much talking. I think it's gonna be nothing but praising and crying, you know? Like the times that we coming in, the times that we believe in, that the scriptures written about. Hey, man, we can't get up out of that, man. If they even made a movie like that to that extent, you know what I'm saying? It'd be like a scary horror movie, you know. But we in them times where we still trust and believe in Yahweh Shem Yahweh to deliver on his promise, you know. So if I'm a part of that number, Lord willing, Yahweh Shem Yahweh swoops in and shows to me that I'm a part of that elect number, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna catch judgment. I ain't trying to avoid catching hell in Jacob's trouble. We still got to go through that purifying. Even though Yahweh Shem is testing and purifying us on a day-to-day basis, but you know, I ain't looking for Jacob's trouble to be easy for me. But guess what? Knowing that we going through trouble, it's also knowing that we get closer to the kingdom, man, and getting up our place. All right. Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 6. Thou visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquakes and with great noise, with storms and tempests and the flame of devouring fire. And this place is upside down right now. It's only November 2nd, and look at how things are going. You know, only November the 2nd. It's what, November the 10th, November the 2nd We got one more month left in this year, so-called year. Man, Yahweh Shem Yahushai has been wreaking havoc this whole entire month. Because when the month almost up, you hear brothers saying, see what next month brings. And Yahweh Shem Yahushai is turning the heat up. But how much more? How much more? All right? It's a lot. Right? Next precept, I'm going to grab Psalms 9 and 16. The Lord is known by Yahweh Shem Yahushai, is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is shared in the work of his own hands. So Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he's known by his judgments. You know, a baby caught in a house fire, that's Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know, I was talking to a female member, and they were saying, well, I pray and hope that these people get they food stamps, because we don't want nobody to go hungry, you know, and lack. But I told her, I'm like, hey, I want what Yahweh Shem Yahushai got. So if those people don't get their food stamp, that's the Lord. The Lord says he don't want them people to get their stamp. You know, a time is coming where this place is finna end. These people want to stay here. They want this place to go on forever. So all the judgments happening, certain people, I don't even speak about it, man, because they can't understand that's the Lord that let that happen. You know, they think that the Lord turned his head to the side and the devil took over for a little while and started letting die. No, man, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is controlling all of this. The water Yahweh Shem Yahushai for this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Water Yahweh Shem Yahushai for giving us the power and the strength to come out here, to not doubt. You know, to not second guess. Just continue to trust on you. Because this is all we have. And this is also all we need. All right, next precept is coming from Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 8. And it reads, the wisdom of the prudent is to understand his ways. But, oh, okay. I think I got it in let me get it in the NLT. Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 8 in the NLT, it says, the prudent understand where they are going, but fools deceive themselves. So all of us that trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we know why Babylon is in the position that it's in. We know why the planet Earth is in the position that it's in. We understand why the government is shut down. We understand why no food stamps. We understand why people in the military ain't getting their paychecks. Okay? And why all these things are happening. We understand why it's in the numerous sightings of chariots. We understand that. We understand why, you know, they could possibly be gearing three-eyed Atlas. We understand those things. We understand the times that we living in. Again, it says the prudent understand where they are going, but fools deceive them. So they continue to try to make themselves feel better by not caring, you know, not even paying attention. You know what I'm saying? They fool themselves by thinking that, oh, we gonna be all right. We done survived this long. We gonna be okay, or making jokes about it and stuff like that. You know, those are the fools. It says, again, the prudent understand where they are going, but fools deceive themselves. Verse 9, fools make fun of guilt, but the godly acknowledge it and reconciliation. All right, so it says fools make fun of guilt. So that's why you see people riding by with their window laughing, just staring, or you might see people sharing Israelite videos, mocking them, like the so-called comedian Drewski. You know, all that, man, you're going to have to pay for that. A time is coming where you're going to have to pay for that. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, it's going to be his time to laugh at you. He going to allow his prophets to laugh at you. Okay, it says fools make fun of guilt, but the godly acknowledge it and seek reconciliation. Only the godly is going to acknowledge the folly that they are part of, the folly that they did in the past or caught up in the snares of right now. They're going to repent. They're going to ask Yahweh Shai Salaki to forgive them for what they doing. And we in them times where you better be serving, you better be feared by Shim Yahweh Shai. Salaki, let me grab some. This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 14, and it reads, "Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent." The scripture says, be diligent. It says, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. So you want to be found without spot and blameless in the times that we approaching, in the times that we living in. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai pulled back up on the scene. It ain't gonna be nothing pretty. Showing the hell ain't gonna be nothing nice. You know? Look at the times we living in right now. It's ugly right now. So just imagine, a month from now, 2 months from now. You know what I'm saying? All the things that we suffering, all the things we going through, people going through right now, it's gonna be 10 times worse as the days go by. Or I can turn it up by 6 o'clock this evening. But hey, we gonna see. Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 2, and it reads, "For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations." You know, it says the indignation is upon Isaiah 34 and verse 2. "For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, everybody, and his fury upon all enemies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter." And this is the times that we live in right now. All these military souping up, doing training drills. Right now, it look like they're against each other. But when Yahweh Shai pull back up on the scene, he gonna put a spirit upon them to regroup with each other and fight him. Even though they know they're gonna lose, even though they can't chance with Yahweh Shai, he gonna put a spirit on them to make them fight anyway, and they gonna lose utterly. The scripture says he hath utterly destroyed them. Let's jump back. "And his fury upon all their armies." See, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, his fury is set against all these armies, all the nation's armies, because he know they gonna come together to try to fight against him. So he ain't just say one's army, he says all the nation's armies. All right? "He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter." Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is finna make good on his word. We know, trust, and believe that. All right? Reading on. Still in Isaiah 34, verse 3. "Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcass, and the mountains shall melt with their blood." Man, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is finna. It's gonna be a horror / comedy that the world has never seen before. The horror gonna be because of all of the death and chaos that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is gonna have happening. But the comedy is gonna come from those, the elect, those who trusted and believed in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? In true faith and sincerity. And he making good on his promise, and they seeing it come to pass. We seeing it come to pass. Lord willing, I'm a part of that number. So like it 1 second. precept I was thinking about. This is right here. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 8. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. So we having all these happening, you know what I'm saying, right now. We going through all these hells, all these, you know what I'm saying, tests and trials. You know what I'm saying? Babylon the Great ain't making it no easier. But look, we still trusting in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We know that we gonna be okay. You know? You know, it's like you having to have a major surgery, you know, and everybody talking about the company, what can happen and all that kind of stuff. Well, hey, knowing that you're gonna have this surgery and you wake up from surgery, Lord willing, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be all right. Everything that you was dealing with before you got the surgery done, you ain't gotta worry about that no more. What's going on right now, man? We catching hell. We going through all kinds of stuff, man. It's just a list of things. This devil, man, he is really making it hard for us, man. But guess what? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai already told this devil, man, and what he gonna be doing before Yahweh Shai pull up the scene. Again, 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 8. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are but not in despair. We know Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai ain't forgot us. You know, we know Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is gonna make good on his word. I mean, if you got eyes to see and ears to hear, you can see right now. You can see right now. It ain't getting no better here. It's getting worse and worse. Today is November the 2nd. Hell, let's see what it's looking like November the 10th. Lord willing, and we still here. We is living in some beautiful times. The water Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai for this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 19, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for a great tribulation. Oh man, your neighbor's gonna come down on you, who the same person you speak to every day. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be running and gunning for you. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be wondering what you got at your house. I remember they're gonna be thinking like, I remember that time they used to always barbecue, man. They probably got some of that stuff put away right now, and they coming. They're gonna walk right past that 70-inch screen TV. Okay? They're gonna walk right past that gold watch. You know, they're gonna go straight to your kitchen. You know, and they ain't gonna be about it either. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 6. And it reads, seek the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. That's why you better be seeking. That's why we seeking Yahweh while he can be found, because a time is coming where he ain't gonna be able to be found. I had two Edomites ride past looking at me like I was a damn monster standing right here. You know, that's why you better, Salaki, getting back to it. That's why you gotta be seeking Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai while you got an opportunity. You know, because when the famine of the word hit, wherever you at in your understanding of and what you believe and fear and don't fear, that's just where you gonna be. It says, this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 4 and verse 28. It says, strive for the death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. So we striving for the truth, man. So Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai can fight for us in the times that we gonna need him in. We need him every day, every second. But the times that we living in right now, it's gonna get so bad, man, that only a true living power gonna be able to save you out of this time, man. Again, it says, strive for the truth until death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. It ain't say the Lord might fight for thee. It said, and the Lord shall fight for thee. But that's only if you're a part of that number. If you're a part of the elect, the only people that are promised salvation and a hedge of protection in the times we rolling into. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 8 and verse 50. And it reads, "For many great misery shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." So all the pride that these people got on them, all the pride that Babylon the Great has given these people, they walking in great pride. Oh, that'll never happen. Oh, we're gonna use our reserves. You know, no, we'll be okay. I got it already taken care of. All right, okay. We're gonna see. Yahweh Shem Yahushua gonna reveal if you really got it taken care of, which we know you don't, which we know you can't have it taken care of, man, because Yahweh Shem Yahushua created you just like he created us. You know, you don't have it out. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 4 and verse 16 in the NLT. It says, "And he told me, son of man, I will make food very scarce in Jerusalem. It will be weighed out with and eaten fearfully. The water will be rationed out drop by drop, and the people will drink it with dismay. Lacking food and water, people will one another in terror, and they will waste away under their punishment." So this is the Lord. This is the beginning of those sorrows. You know, never in a time of Babylon the Great has people been so concerned what they gonna eat, how they gonna fill up their refrigerator or their cupboards, you know, their kitchen cabinets with groceries. Never have 44 million people ever had to wonder if they gonna get their food stamps. And as of right now, November the 2nd, they haven't received them. All right? So these are the times that we are coming into, man. You think food is the most scariest thing not to have? What you gonna do when the famine of the word hit? What you gonna do when you can't call on God and Jesus? What you gonna do when these stores these churches close down and these stores close? You think these churches, they've been taking your money all these years, you think they finna create a way for you to continue to eat like you want to? Or tell you to come down and get some money so you can buy all the groceries you need until the government is not on shut? No, they not. Here you go right here. I mean, not here you go. That's another article about the food. Yeah, here you go. It says, "This is America right now. Pay attention." It's a video of a sister showing all the federal government workers who have been furloughed that's not getting paid. They were standing in a line that was wrapped around a corner that was wrapped around another corner, and they, you know, crying in the line, breaking down because ain't no way possible they gonna have enough food to give all these people, man. And these people are depending on that food to keep them alive another day. All right? This is the book of chapter 4, and starting at verse 4, and it reads, but Yahushua told him, no, the scriptures say, people do not live by food, but by every word that comes from the mouth of Yahweh thy power. So if you're depending on food and a paycheck to keep you going for the next day, if that's what you're worried about, then your mind is in the wrong, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the thing that keeps you living. The Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the thing that keeps you going. You know? Yahweh Shem Yahushua is controlling everything. You know? If I ain't got no money, I ain't got no food. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do that. It ain't my job to worry. You know? I pray and give it to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and I'm done with it. You know? I'm catching hell. I'm going through things. I know brothers that's catching hell through things, but man, we ain't complaining. You know, we still trusting in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We still trust and believe in the same person that we was believing in when it was going all good. And we gonna still trust and believe in the same power when things go bad. All right? So these are the times we live in, man. So why do Yahweh Shem Yahushua for allowing me to be able to come out here to these highways and hedges? You know, so I'm gonna end it off on that note. Hopefully that it was the water Yahweh Shem Yahushua for all the brothers that's pushing this gospel throughout the four corners of the earth in true faith and sincerity. I'm going to end it off on that note. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Rukakodas. Shalom.